by our readiness to allow arms to be purchased at will and fired at whim, by allowing our movies and television screens to teach our children that the hero is one who masters the art of shooting and the technique of killing, we have created an atmosphere in which violence and hatred have become popular pastimes. That was written by the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King in 1963.
Wow.
He was responding to the assassination of President Kennedy. That was 50 years ago this year.
Wow.
And his statement is as relevant today as it was then. We have not made much forward progress. 6 weeks ago, on December 14th, a gunman armed with 3 high-powered firearms and high-capacity magazines walked into Sandy Hook Elementary School in Newtown, Connecticut. Hundreds of shots were fired at 20 children, 6 and 7 years old, and 6 educators were killed. In just the last few months, we have seen shootings at schools, malls, theaters, and houses of worship. We recognize the right of Americans to own guns, but we disagree with the NRA's proposition that arming our schools will stop future murders of innocent lives. Our religious traditions teach us of the sanctity of life, and that every person is created in the divine image. And so we stand before you today united and call on our elected political leaders to support comprehensive action, including legislation to limit access to assault weapons and high-capacity ammunition magazines, consistent enforcement of firearms regulations, mandatory background checks for all firearms purchases, and strong and effective measures to regulate the sale of handguns and the prevention of straw man purchases. In the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and throughout the United States, handguns and not assault weapons are the #1 tool for killing. Further, we call for a national commitment to change the culture of violence, including violence in the media and in video games. We must come together to build a society worthy of those who have lost their lives in a culture that represents our best virtues. So to that end, we will speak to the issue of gun violence at today's service, and following the service, there's an opportunity for those present to write to elected officials and to join a petition campaign so that voices in favor of fair and reasoned gun control can be heard.